Hey, what's going on, everyone? Oh shit, we just lost Eric. He'll be back, maybe. Who knows? How's it going, everyone? It's Thursday. It's not April Fool's Day, which means here he is. Hey, Eric's back. He just fucking
Yeah,
dropped on me.
yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm in the car. So I am actually going to be at
No,
my
you're
office,
all right.
everybody, in a couple minutes. And as you can see, I am not Nick's dad today. So,
No, not Nick's dad. That's all right. You're not quite the age to be my. I
no,
mean, no, you're not the age to be my dad. So that works out.
no, not even close.
And
I just thought I'd put something kind of quirky in today. So.
well, we're missing two of our four. Um,
Yes.
so Walter's doing candidate interviews. Evan is having his his yearly physical and trying to remain healthy and keep his VA ratings and ensure that the doctors don't kick him to the curb. So I'm glad Evan's at the doctor today. How are you doing, man? Welcome to the Diogenes Club, everyone. I'm Nick Parrow, not your dad, with Dr. Eric Lulov, not my dad.
Not your dad. As I'm walking back into my office, so,
No,
Nick is
Uncle
actually
Nick's not
still
getting
doing
off the
babysitting,
computer.
but he's got daddy duties today.
Why? Because I'm in a show, man. What are you doing? Nothing. Kicking my desk and doing things on the floor. Yeah, I get it. You can do that. You're fine. Oh, and we lost him again. It may look like I am in a earthquake throughout most of this because my camera may shake a lot. Like it sounds like I got a
All right,
little kid.
I'm gonna log back out and come back in real quick.
Yeah, you're good, brother.
Okay.
Watch all the tech do the techie stuff. What's up, everybody? How's everyone's day going? Smash the heart as you've come on in. Say hi. It's good to have all of you with us on Substack. If anyone's here on Twitch or YouTube, hey, what's going on? It's good to see y'all. I'm Nick Parrow, joined by Eric Lulov, and this is the Diogenes Club. We got 2 of 4 of us, and we're just going to have fun today. This is a show where we ask, where are the men?
And one's leaving. I'll be right back.
And I just got a text from Fred Pogue going, am I supposed to be live right now? I'm gonna send him a message going, only if you want to be, because we may see if Fred Pogue wants to join us. So we may get an accidental Fred Pogue today to join our club, only if he wants to be. So we're about to get a Fred Pogue sighting. And so this is going to be a great day. I'm excited about this. Sorry, I'm texting while talking, and I cannot do both at the same time because my brain shuts down for a second and goes, you have to do this exclusively or you can't do the other thing. It's hard for me to do. I can't multitask. Oh, look at this. We have a surprise visitor today. Surprise for him, too. What's going on, Fred? How's it going, man?
Dude?
I invited you because I was like, hey, you know what? Maybe Fred will want to do something on Thursday, even if I don't say anything to Fred. Bet he'll probably be like, "Oh, was I supposed to be with you today?" Like, fuck, shit, I messed up, man.
I did. I really thought I messed up. I was like, wait a minute,
hey,
am I live?
If you want, you should have an email too from Substack from Sunday saying is inviting you, and you can accept that, and your name will show up on the chat, so that so that your subscribers get notified that you've joined us.
That's great. Like,
so if you want to do that, you can do that while we're saying hi. We're about to have Eric Lulov back. He's disappeared on us again. He's the magic man who keeps flooding in and out of the show. And we have all our friends in the chat. I don't know if you've been with the Diogenes Club before.
I haven't. You invited me, and then like I was going through, like a depression because of Iran, which, and I was like, man, I just can't do it, and I've kind of crawled out of that, like, because the thing was, like, the Iraq War is what got me politically active.
Yeah.
03. And I had hurt my knees in a training accident and, subsequently other stuff too. There he is.
There he is.
Hey, Frederick.
What's up, man?
K-pop.
And I was telling the folks, like, a little bit about when I got depressed, and it was over the Iran thing, and it's because the Iraq War. I had friends that from my old reserve unit and people I went to boot camp and school of infantry with that served. Some of them didn't come home, and a lot of them came home all messed up. Because that's the thing about when you're in a reserve unit, you're all from the same area, so you see them, right? So I would see them at the VA, and guys I knew that I'd come up with because I got hurt and I was out, and and I had a clear contrast of how they were before and then how they were after they deployed. And some of them had, like, they called it Gulf War syndrome still then, but it was the burn pit stuff. They had that problem before it really got recognized. Some of them were just PTSD'd out, like they were just gone. And so when the Iran thing started happening, it was just like all that stuff just got triggered in me again, where I was like, oh my God, we're going to go through this whole thing again. Like, it's just like, oh my, and yeah, it hit me for a minute, because it put me back in that place of just like, we're going to see this again.
So here's the question on the healthcare perspective for both of you, because you both of you served. Okay, I was in the fire service, so it's different trauma for me, right? But can you honestly say that you have the proper coping mechanisms now, decades later, that you've been able to process the service and the trauma that you've both been through with even with the injuries, right?
Yeah.
I listen, we don't ever fully completely heal from the traumas that we live through, right? And it can be everything from divorce to death of a parent, death of a child, injuries serving in service to the country, injuries in service to a municipality, right? It's the one thing I think that most people don't really understand about men who take that oath and who put in their life for service to another individual is how much we carry even after we've left.
Yeah.
And I'm not even gonna kind of make the comment that being married and having kids and having a family has its own traumas with it, because it does. And they can attest to that, and so can I, right? But it's a different level of trauma. It's a deeper bond trauma that we all go through in service. And this even goes for the women that are serving too. The women have come back damaged too, and with different levels of trauma that they've been through. It's and now you're adding in sexual abuse and verbal abuse and gender abuse, and which we never had to go through. But it's still, either way, it's still traumatically dangerous to re-trigger all of these things as a society.
Yeah.
And here I'm going to tie it back into the VA with a completely VA that this government has been refusing to take care of and fund. Period.
Yeah.
Like I said, my last article that published that hit the other day, this $200 billion, guys, fixes the entire apparatus of the VA. I mean, I mean everything from physical plant, HVAC, electrical, plumbing, infrastructure, the VBA, claims processing. It funds the medical and prosthetic research at the VA. I mean, this is what this money is, and this is what they're wasting our fucking taxpayer money on. And now they want to raid Medicare and Medicaid to pay for the war and everything else, and they get their hands on.
Yep.
And
go ahead.
No. I think I
no, no. I mean, I'm part of that. I mean, I know, and I'll launch it to Nick after this, but it's like part of what has helped me to answer your question on coping skills is I finally got the help that I could through the VA, and it was just I was going to I'll do my primary physical, just a physical in my primary care, and that was it. and they always give you the questionnaire. It's like, do you have thoughts of suicide or not living? And I'm like, yeah, I don't have thoughts of suicide, but I have thoughts of like, man, I don't want to wake up and I don't want to be alive anymore. Like I just want it to end. And so they put me in therapy, and my counselor was a vet in Iraq, from the Iraq War, who lost a kidney from burn pits. And, I'm like, and I told him, I said, man, I don't feel like I should be here. Like I haven't earned this. He's like, we have a spot. No one else is here. I want to help you. Do you want help? I said, yeah. And now where I'm at, and I was going 2 years of like, cognitive behavioral therapy, all this deep work, all this stuff, man. I was taking advantage of it. I was like, yes, I'll do that. Yes, I'll do that. And now what they're telling me is, and a lot of other veterans is like, we got to ration your care. Unless you're actively suicidal, we'll have 4 sessions and then you take 3 months off. Now, thankfully, I've gotten some coping skills where I can actually, function, and I know where the line is.
Dangerous from a therapy perspective. That is so dangerous to an individual. Take 90 days off because we're only rationing your. I mean, that is not how mental health works. That is not how.
No, it's not.
Because that was
how it works.
That was the directive that came down from Doug Collins, because they want to do it like private medical insurance, where you only get so many sessions a year, right? And so their response to that, which is kind of a triage option, they're like, well, okay, then we'll break it up into chunks. And because they're not hiring new staff, which they desperately need for mental health folks, they're like, well, there's only so much of us. So, and my sister, who is disabled, I'm her caregiver, who has found in court that because her PTSD is so severe, she can't work. She gets a special stipend for it. They said, oh, you don't need therapy anymore. You've had enough.
Like, Nick, I'm going to give you the floor in a second, but just to answer Frederick's comment, like that is like the total opposite of how you are supposed to grow and overcome your stuff as you grow older and to become a better, healthier adult. This is this reactive form of medicine which doesn't work anymore. It's not proactive. It's not giving you the tools and the resources to say, I'm going to overcome this and I'm going to become a healthier individual so that I am not reliant on all of these services and I can be a more functioning adult and I can actually contribute back to society.
Yeah. So this whole bullshit where we're taking services away instead of just fucking suck less. That's really it. Just suck less.
I need one of those bottles, man.
Fred, scan the QR code in the top corner for the Sick of This shit. The Sick of This shop. We have the Just Suck Less water bottles with Sick of This shit publications right above my.
Sometimes I've done this show so many times with Nick, I know what he's thinking, and it's just that's my cue. It's just I just have to put up the bottle.
Just fucking suck less.
I'm gonna get one.
Just suck less. Like
I'm gonna get one.
That's really the bottom line is Doug Collins needs to suck less. He's a piece of fucking shit. He is an asshole who's killing veterans. That's the bottom line. This is killing veterans, and it hurts us, and it's like what you were just saying, Fred, like rationing mental health.
Yeah.
I went through 2.5 years of group therapy every week. It was a group therapy session for an hour and a half. It was a bunch of us, virtual. And it's just bullshit. Like I went every fucking week.
Not your
there was
therapy.
There was the therapy is amazing. The therapy is the best. Like having access to that therapy through the VA, I had access to 2.5 years of uninterrupted group therapy that I could leave or enter when I wanted to if I felt like I was done after the first session. And I willingly went back for 2.5 years. It was a 6-month long therapy group. That means I went 5 fucking times, 5 different times. You know what? I'm so much fucking better for it. I went uninterrupted. I stopped for a couple months, and then I was like, you know what? I want to go back for a little while. And I did. I went back, and it was all virtual. It's all virtual. So there was people all across from the region.
And there's plenty
and
of room.
They're just able to talk. And I didn't have to leave. I didn't have to drive an hour to get there and then an hour back, which it would be 3.5 hours of my day if I had to do it just to do therapy once a week. Like I had to work this into an old schedule for work, like an old job. They were mad that I had this every week. I was like, that's too fucking bad. You can't stop me from going. This is a medically approved session that I have to be at. Now that I have my own job, it doesn't matter. I can do my own things. And if I wanted to, like, I ended up stopping going to therapy recently because I have a really good group of therapy. Like, I have a really good group therapy session that I do multiple times a week. It's called Notes of the Week. It's called Diogenes Club. It's called the Intelligent Masculinity Series. It's called Chronically Illing Out. I literally turn these into just virtual therapy sessions with my friends where we can talk and hang out and have fun and build a community with other people because the VA gave me tools. The VA gave me uninterrupted access. Right, that's the point. We need to be funding the VA so much more so that we, instead of firing mental health professionals, we hire 100,000 more. And then veterans could literally have their own personal mental health professional on speed dial. And you know what that would mean? That would increase everybody's access to fucking mental health. Because the VA is so important. It is so tailored to us and our mental health, and bodily health and other concerns, because we have specialized care needs that then go out and help every fucking body else. Prosthetics are so much better because veterans. Prosthetics are the way they are and are so advanced because veterans require them. That is a VA it's not a VA specific issue because other people are amputees as well. But it started at the VA. All of our advancements start at the fucking VA.
Do you guys know what the VA budget is for their medical and prosthetic research?
Oh, it's minuscule. It's like
$943 million.
Yeah.
It's only $943 million. Now you couple that with the cut to the NIH at $18.6 billion and the cut to the CDC at $3.6 billion. This $200 billion tippy top request that, Keggy wants, right? Okay. This is, we're no shit, right? But like, here's where these numbers matter. This is why numbers matter and why the taxpayer money matters, and everything that they do budgetary wise matters, and why I have been saying for the longest time, like, when we don't have serious people making serious decisions, this is the fucked up shit you get. But that 100, so you guys are saying, like, okay, in the VA, we need more mental health professionals. Okay. But the problem is you can't have mental health professionals unless you have MD or DO psychiatrists to run those programs. Right. So that $200 billion could have funded 100,000 new residency positions across the country, because Medicare and Medicare funds U.S. residency training programs for medicine. Okay. This is just, and I'm not saying we need 100,000.
This is a national health concern. This is a national security threat. They are trying to kill
I've written on this.
Us.
You guys have read
this
it.
Is a national security threat.
Yeah. But they want to pretend
to answer the troll
security is about missiles in the silos, and missiles and more Tomahawks and more Tridents and more, Raptor
more
missiles
fads
and more Sidewinders
and more fucking whatever bullshit.
Okay.
Which
more
are
drones for Peter Thiel and JD Vance in his new book.
Which are proving ineffective anyway in the new battlefield with Ukraine.
Like, we're building big missiles to fight drones at 3,000 times the cost.
Right. I'm anti-war as it gets, man. I mean, because if you look throughout history, anytime you occupy a country, it doesn't change anything. It just leads to more death and leads to more destruction. You become the invader and you become, the target, right? But I mean, just from a practical standpoint, just from just like pure reality, it's ineffective. Ukraine has proved it. I mean, they basically are making drones in garages, and they've got like DJs and other people that they've hired to run them, like just countrymen. And I mean, to give an example, like, and I'll jump back on topic, but it's like in World War II, the casualty rate, like, of the people that died in the field was 1 out of every 4 casualties. 1 out of 4.
Yeah.
By the time you get to Afghanistan, it like in Iraq, in Fallujah, it was 1 out of 12. In Afghanistan, it was as good as 1 out of 20. For the Russians on the front in Ukraine right now, it's 56%. They're winning. The Ukrainians are about to do something that's never happened in the history of warfare. They're gonna win by attrition. They're killing
$150 billion in oil.
Right, exactly. And
we're giving them intelligence on our own service members to pass to Iran so that they can do the same thing Ukraine is doing to them, to us,
right.
And they're gonna fucking hurt our troops.
Dude, that's why I got depressed, man. I was terrified of this. Marine, because who do they deploy first? They deploy Marines.
Yeah.
They're gonna put them in Karga. We bombed Karga.
They're gonna put them on a death trap.
Yeah. Well, we took Karga.
The Iranians are going to pick them apart. First of all, have you actually seen photos of Karg Island? There is no cover on that island. It is completely wide open.
It's so fucking small.
It's like standing on the roof of your house with a painted target on top of it.
Also, here's a real question. As just a normal human being, if you were looking at the map in that region, strategically, and hold on. Let me just
it's 300 miles
real quick. We're gonna pull up a map real quick and show it because I want to show how fucking
Middle East geography with Nick Perro.
Stupid this is. What we're about to do. This is also a really cool map. So this is neat. All right,
ladies and gentlemen, this is Geography 101 with Nick Perro.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome onto the screen the Iran War live map that I like to track. This is a live map that gives pretty good.
I need you to do this like you are an E9 or an E8. Let's see the Strait of Hormuz. It's over to the left. Huh?
All right. So looking on this screen right here, on the northern quadrant, you have Iran. On the Midwestern quadrant, you have Kuwait. And up on the northeast quadrant or northwest quadrant, you have Iraq. Here you have where we are in question. Let's zoom in on this is
so to translate for you non-map, this is a map of the Persian Gulf.
That little tip right there.
This is the Strait of Hormuz right here.
That's it. That's the Strait of Hormuz.
That's it. That little narrow passage.
This way the fuck up here is Karg Island. Karg Island is right fucking here.
So put this in perspective for everybody. This is literally the distance between Detroit and Minneapolis.
Yep.
That's how far apart this is.
So Karg Island, let's zoom back out on Karg Island. Now let's go down to where the real actual strategic point is.
There.
Way the fuck down here.
This is the first choke point. This isn't even the all of the choke points. That's the first choke point.
Yeah. So we want to take this little island way up here, land from maybe like 5,000-6,000 Marines or more. There's 2 MEUs in the area. The 82nd Airborne is amassing as well. But we're deciding to put them on a fucking island right here, right on the coast of Iran. Kuwait, which is across the street from it, is getting fucking bombarded daily by Iran.
Yep.
And we want to put troops way up here, all by themselves, with the actual point of entry that we need to be worrying about way down here. And we ain't doing that. We don't seem to care about that. We just want the oil part.
I know, but Nick, what you should do is pull up a Google map, so they can.
You know what
actually
this reminds?
Like,
you know what
forget
this
that
reminds
map.
me of?
If you just pull up a Google map of it, it's like so much more obvious of what it is. Like,
You know
it's
what?
just
You know what this
basically a
reminds me
barren
of?
island.
You know what this reminds me of is, did you guys ever see Daffy Duck when he did Duck Dodgers?
Oh,
And
yeah.
he went after
Yes.
and Marvin the Martian.
Tigers. Tigers.
And it reminds me at the end when they're both like they blew up the planet and they're standing on this little thing, and he's like, "This planet ain't big enough for the two of us, Buster. So off you go,
Marvin.
And
Marvin.
you know,
Marvin
he
the
pushes
Martian.
Marvin off of it, and he's like,
So-
he's conquered it. That's Carg Island. It's this little thing, you know, and they're gonna they're gonna plant the MAGA flag, you know,
Yeah.
and it's
They
like,
want an Iwo Jima moment, but they forget that a ton of people died during Iwo Jima.
Oh,
They want
huge.
that picture, but
tens
they,
of was it? What was it? It was like what, 12,000, wasn't it?
yeah, like,
oh yeah,
so-
it was a
And that
it
was
was
just
a
killed.
massive
That
death
wasn't wounded. That was killed in action. That was one of the bloodiest battles of the Pacific. It was worse than
Yep.
Midway.
okay. So here we have Carg Island. This is a map of Carg Island. This is an overlay. Do there look like there are trees or mountains?
No, but I see a lot of shit that can explode.
I see
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of oil refinery looking
I
shit
see a lot of
that
shit
when you
that's
drop
flammable.
a bomb on goes
Yeah, but-
boom.
But Nick, you're not counting the you know, the water source that's there, you're gonna, and all the supplies that you can forage
And
that
all
you
this
would-
like
that you
empty
wouldn't have
space
to
over here.
resupply by either air or ship, and those would get bombed, you know, because the only way, I mean, again, supplying by ship, you'd either have to truck it in from Saudi Arabia and go across, you know, or you come through the Strait of Hormuz, right?
Hey,
to resupply
which we
cargo.
don't want to control, which seems
Right.
like the point that we don't want to control. And
Right.
I mean, there is this little island north of Carg Island that could be turned into a landing strip, I guess, if you want to let our planes get blown the fuck up because we're stupid.
Dude,
and we
pilots
do
love
shit
that.
like that.
Military warfare
Pilots-
for dummies.
Yeah,
Pilots love to fly close to Kid Rock's house or land under fire. That's the
yes.
things they love.
Right.
You know.
They do like doing
With no cover,
flyovers over
with no
Kid
air
Rock's
cover
house.
either. Right.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh no.
I mean, I'm
C-130s
just
would have
I'm
such an
thinking
easy
about
time
how
with that strip.
I'm thinking about
You
how
know.
you land 5,000 troops on that island, guys. Okay. And then you don't have enough personnel to watch the entire perimeter of the island. Okay. And then these little swift boats come on with 6 to 10 guys.
No. What
and
you
they'll-
do
and they
is you
just land at
land
multiple
all
points
the
way around
troops.
the island. Yeah.
Then you point battleships because Trump likes battleships. Then you point battleships around each point of the island. So it's like this big circle of
Unmuffle the
battleships.
Missouri.
And so you make what you actually are doing is you make a big bullseye out of your ships facing outwards so that the
Ooh.
Iranians know exactly where to
I know what's
target.
better.
You tell them.
No, you take all the ships and you line them up like at Pearl Harbor. Line them all
Yeah,
up. like
we're
they
gonna
were
park
docked at
all of
Pearl
the
Harbor,
ships around. I
right?
mean, hold on. Let me pull the map back up. Give me a second, y'all. Let me
Line
pull
them
the
all
map
up.
back up. We're gonna show where we're gonna park our battleships today. We're gonna play the game of battleship. And just remember, this island is like a mile off the coast, if most, not even like right off the coast of Iran. We're just gonna put our battleships
I'm
all
trying to
around.
figure out a way-
And
I'm trying to figure out a way to do this like Jon Stewart would talk about this, and it's just I don't have to
I would say we would put an aircraft carrier right here in the middle, because then we could, if we turned it sideways, if we put enough of them there, we might be able to connect the island and make a bridge of aircraft carriers.
That's what we need. We need to do like, you know, a Civil War era pontoon bridge across there.
There you go.
I mean,
You know.
it's almost like they could. It's not too far from the Iranian coast. I mean, it's almost close enough where Sarah Palin could see Russia. So
This is where my veteran humor is going to come out. Why don't you just dress the Marines in dress blues? So when they get blown the hell up, they're all ready to be buried. They're already in, you know, they're ready.
they're ready.
You know,
Yeah.
ready to
Make
go.
sure the Navy is also standing at attention on the deck of the carriers, so they're all in their whites and they're all just standing there parading themselves as they just wait. Just put them there. Just
have the 7 gun, like have the gun salutes at the drones as they're coming. That way we're saving money on ammunition.
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
save them money too, because then they don't have to shoot so many drones. And because we're gonna take this fucking island, and then they're gonna swarm it with drones. They're gonna because Iran hasn't been using that many drones compared to other places, or even their high precision weaponry on us in the way that they could. They're just using old stock.
So Martin in the chat had a great thing. We know how Trump has the affinity of liking his name on things. This will become the Donald J. Trump Carg Island Marine Memorial.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say that. Let's just go ahead and allocate the money for the memorial now. Since, the Republicans don't want to actually impeach this fucker, and they want to let this, everybody who wants to vote for this war powers resolution wants to drag this on for 2 or 3 weeks because they're too embarrassed to say, hey, the president shouldn't be doing this illegal war. Just go ahead and do the Marine Memorial now. Just set the money aside, because that's what's going to happen.
Nick, can you draw a directional, a range from Carg Island to?
I don't know on this one. Let me switch over to a Google map, and then we can do that, because this one has less functionality in some of the areas.
Oh, okay.
I remember being furious about Iraq, which had people forget, had a shell of an army, had been under a no-fly zone for a decade or more.
And we landed 150,000 troops there, by the way. Not
a coalition of the willing, right? And all this stuff that we still
with
had.
Congressional approval, with UN approval, with our allies, with a consortium of countries that were willing to back up what we were doing. Gee,
and you want to play?
You mean foreign policy, right?
Right. You want to play on a ground invasion with 2 MEUs and freaking no congressional approval, no allies, nothing, against a nation of 90 million people that is literally surrounded by geographic features of mountains on 3 sides. It's a natural fortress.
Yep.
And with 2 deserts in the center of it.
There's a reason why Genghis Khan never took Persia.
It's the reason Crassus got his ass handed to him in Parthia. Everybody that's gone there. This is where I would love to have General Patton, because he was such a student of history that he would have basically said this is the dumbest fucking idea on the planet.
All right, here's Carg Island.
We had our General Patton, Mattis. Mattis said that essentially. Yep. He's just I don't think you can go in there and win it. Yeah, no shit. It's like trying to invade Western China. Good luck.
Well, Stalin tried that. That didn't work. Yeah, Napoleon tried that. Didn't work.
Oh God, no! It's the same way. It's the same terrain. The only people that were ever successful in China were the Mongols, because they said, "Yeah, we're just going to go past this with our horses. And we're going to keep going. We're just going to ignore it."
Yeah, we're just going to skip over you here. All right, Eric, what did you want a distance?
Even the Japanese didn't get as far west as the mountains. They couldn't penetrate any further deeper.
No, mountains are, even today with all our technology, they're still a pain in the ass to get over. They're a natural barrier for a reason.
Yeah. They're also easy to build inside of and hard to break.
Well, and there's these passes you go down, and they're kind of natural funnels where you're just oh, they're right there.
Kills them.
Ask the Syrians how that worked out for them in 73.
Yeah.
Right.
When they went through the Golan Heights, and the Israelis just picked them off one at a time coming through the Golan Heights.
There it is.
Yeah, it didn't work out too well.
No.
I mean, and that's what kills me, man.
I mean, just look at the terrain, everybody. Just look at the terrain. It is not hospitable.
No.
At all.
No.
It's not.
Well, and that's another thing people forget is the Bush regime with the coalition of willing and all this stuff in Iraq, they had plans to go into Iran. John Bolton and John McCain, remember his bomb Iran, that was the next stop. They're we're going to have this. That's why they built the Emerald City and the that massive embassy, because the plan was we're going to steamroll Iraq, we're going to have everything here, and then we're going to Iran. And Iraq was such a problem, even with a defeated army, even with 10 years of a no-fly zone.
Same with Afghanistan.
Yeah, all this. It
Yeah.
was like that was such a problem. They go, yeah, maybe we ought to rethink this whole Iran thing. Even the Bush regime, as criminal as they were like, and stupid as they were, said, "Nah, son, this ain't a good idea. We're not doing this."
Yeah.
And
And
if they
how many
thought it was
body bags? How many body bags came back from the Gulf War?
right?
Too many.
But it
Right.
wasn't even the body bags, guys. It was the level of veterans that came back wounded, damaged, broken. That was the true cost of the war. It wasn't even the money. It was how many Americans went to go fight over there that wound up broken.
And most of them came after the mission accomplished banner. It was
Yes.
the improvised, the IEDs, the improvised explosive devices on the roads. It was Fallujah. It was Kirkuk. It was all these things when these guys were out on patrol, and their Humvees are getting blown up, and they're coming back with head trauma. They're coming back with missing limbs. They're coming back with, we literally had it. I remember that troops were grafting improvised like scrap metal onto the Humvees to try to deflect from shrapnel, because again, like they sent the Humvees over, and they had the flap, the canvas flap on the door. Those are the first ones that went over.
Yeah.
And it was just, you might as well have been naked to any roadside bomb.
I'm looking.
Or if it
I'm
blew up underneath you, it's like you're done. The head trauma, you might have survived, but you're done.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know?
I'm looking at the map of Iran, right? And you're looking at where Tehran is located, right?
Yep.
Just there's no access to the Caspian Sea. There is not a single ally around the Caspian Sea that's going to give us the green light to launch a ground invasion through the Caspian Sea. It's just not going to happen.
Nope.
Right?
Yeah, because they don't want to
exactly. So you're not, so what's your only point of entry is through the Strait of Hormuz.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, the only allies
through
that we're
Kuwait.
trying to lean on for, say, Tehran side and the northern side are the Kurdish. No,
Right.
are the Kurdish forces.
Oh, the ones in Tabriz, right? The ones outside.
Mm-hmm. And who historically, we've left to the wind to their own devices and let them die and given them up.
When you look at the center, when you look at the center of Iran, okay, and you're looking at the Kavir National Park area, and you're looking at these if in Isfahan, where they actually have one of the nuclear silos buried deep into that mountain down there, like you're talking a couple, at least 150 miles plus inland.
Yeah.
You don't have enough resources to get from, even if you were to take Karg Island, for example, and use Bushehr as your landing site, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then to move northwest into country. You're not going to get there. There's no way. Not on any grand scheme of this country's layout are you going to ever get there.
And good luck, even if you could, even if you had the will to do it, right? You're gonna grease the treads, the treads of your vehicles with the blood of the troops you're gonna spend on this. Good luck maintaining that supply chain, even if it runs through Saudi Arabia. Good luck.
Yeah, what is the end goal here? Do they want to control the Strait of Hormuz? Because if they want to control the Strait of Hormuz, Karg Island shouldn't be your first fucking stop.
No, you take the Strait of Hormuz. You just take
the Strait of Hormuz. You take Bandar Abbas or you take Minab, and you control the two major
island of Keshem and Sirkik, and
and you take the coastal cities and the coastal areas so that they don't have ships coming at you from behind.
Right.
And then you have to, but the problem is, this is just a target for Iran. They can target that from literally any part of their country. They could launch a drone or a hypersonic missile and hit. What's the point, y'all? Any boat that goes through the Strait of Hormuz moving forward, if the U.S. and Israel take control of it, or the coalition forces that are here take control of it, literally every ship that goes through there is going to be just an open target for Iran to hit.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that the target should be Bandar Abbas. I mean, that would be the target.
I would be willing to bet everything I owned and my left hand that we have already spent more time discussing this than was discussed with Trump.
I mean, we're probably even using better pictures too than he
like
does,
because
I don't know what pictures he looks at, but they seem to all be hand drawn and not
either he
about.
got that idea or someone put it in his ear and he's like, I think we should go to Iran. We'll do the same thing we did in Venezuela. We'll just, take out the Ayatollah. Yeah.
It's probably Netanyahu.
Oh, you take out the Ayatollah and then there's going to be an uprising and then, you're going to have a friendly government. Oh,
I mean, this is how the Israelis have been doing Iran for the last 40 years. Strafing bombing, quiet it down, strafe bomb them again, quiet it down. This is what they've been doing.
Now,
this is what,
the thing is, they convinced
Netanyahu's wet dream for 40 years.
Yeah, now they convinced America to do it
revenge for the death of his brother. This is the story of Moby Dick.
Yeah. Oh, God.
He wants to go after the shark that took his brother.
Yep. And that's it. And it comes down to it's Trump was the one dumbass, that has no self-control. That's like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. And because the rest of the presidents were like, even Bush was like, OW.
Yeah.
He was like, nah. I already got 2 headaches, brother, with Iraq and Afghanistan. I don't need a third.
Well, and there's a reason why, Clinton didn't go after Iran. There's a reason why Obama didn't go after Iran. George Sr. didn't go after Iran. Reagan didn't go after Iran. They just did it through proxies.
Right.
Yeah.
But, with the Iran Contra stuff. But that was, this is just, we are in a different place today. That this is going to permanently damage. And then this shitbag is fucking talking about pulling us out of NATO. Like he doesn't have the authority to pull our country out of NATO, first of all. Just like he has no authority to pull birthright citizenship or to steal money from Medicare, Medicaid to pay for all this. That's all, that's literally that. The impeachable offense is if he takes a single dollar from Medicare and Medicaid to pay for the war, because that is protected by 8 congressional legislative laws that protect the trust fund. Period.
Mm-hmm.
That's impeachable the minute he does.
They're congressionally approved, pre-approved fundings. They're set aside for
statutory. Statutorily. Like, forget the Hatch Act bullshit. This is actually the Social Security Act. Like, you are fucking violating the Social Security Act, the Administrative Services Act, the Social Security Act, the Medicare modernization. I can sit here and list them all off. 42 CFR 1315. I can sit there and just go through all this in my head, but
go ahead.
It's fucking. It is the plan, though. That's what is going to start happening. Is they're going to try and start taking money from other services that have allocated funds, that are congressionally allocated, that are protected, that are meant for us. That's why they're cutting our healthcare. That's why they're cutting. Soon it's going to be infrastructure and other bridge repairs, and we're not going to be doing any sorts of things like that. So potholes in your cities are going to get worse.
I'm sorry. What part of the season are we moving into? Summertime?
Oh yeah,
spring, summer. Gee, what the fuck happens to us during spring and summer? Big storms,
not going to get those FEMA
hurricanes.
funds.
There's no FEMA funds, so forget DHS giving them out. They still haven't been paying out anything to the people in North Carolina who got freaking flooded over.
Well, and if you look at the graph of the approvals for FEMA funds by Democratic representation, if you're a Democratic state listed as a Democratic state, anyways,
hey guys,
the acceptance rate is like 20%.
What happened?
Breaking fucking news: Pam Bondi has been fired.
Really? Really?
Let me research this. Hang on, guys.
Wow.
Let me figure this out. If that's the case, then this is huge.
Wow.
The circle around the dictator's collapsing.
It's collapsing.
Wow, that'll be fun if she's fired.
I told you.
The New York Times just broke it.
They fire the women first.
Yes, because they can blame
the women.
Fire the women so that they can blame them.
Gabbard is next. It's Tulsi Gabbard. She's going next.
I don't know. Tulsi Gabbard is weird. Like, I don't know if she's gonna go away.
Isn't she manly though? Yeah. Trump fires Pam Bondi as Attorney General.
I knew it.
Done. Just now. Breaking
Damn,
news on the
breaking
Diogenes
news.
show. Pam
I'm
Bondi
calling
has
it now.
been fired.
It's going to be Tulsi Gabbard and then Pete Hegseth. It's going to be Tulsi and then Pete. And then,
I want to do the whole thing.
Well,
from
is she
Beverly Hills
fired
Cop.
or is
This
she going to
thing's
be
gonna
part
get
of the
fired.
new
Get
Shield
your
of
ass later.
America? Is
It's the
she going to
same
be
thing.
part of the new Shield
the
of
same thing.
America's thing?
Well, she'll
Like,
get
is
a
she getting a
promotion.
promotion in the end?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
because Kristi Noem didn't really get fired. She got moved to becoming the Shield Maiden of America, which actually
And
could
apparently does
be
no
a
shopping for her
dangerous
husband.
thing.
To be honest, I think her husband would make a better Shield Maiden of America. I'm just saying.
Well, he's a better
I
dresser.
do want those. I do want all that money back, though. Like the restitution that
He's a better
we
dresser.
need from all of this shit. Like, fuck these people. So, like, Michael, because I haven't
Mike
looked at the
Nell's
gnome
breaking
was
it right now.
is she fired or is she fired? Like, is she getting fired or is she fired? Because the real question is, if she is fired, is she going to talk about the Epstein files now? Like,
Lincoln Square has it as Trump has ousted Pam Bondi as Attorney General. Close sources to the president. She's temporarily replaced by now Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche.
Great, that's even worse.
Yeah, it's like replaced. It's replaced Dumb and Dumber. It's like it's literally Dumber and Dumber. So
now we have dumbest.
Oh, I mean, it's all over, guys. It's all over Substack. It's Tara Setmeyer's on it. Lincoln Square. Mike Nellis is on it.
You heard it here with us first, y'all.
Yeah, but we had it first. I don't give a shit about everybody else. We had it first. The doctor and medical journalist broke it early.
What if she that's the thing.
Everything, Jandro, you're right. Everything this regime does call for dick jokes. That's because they're tiny, the tiny ego, micro ego syndrome bullshit that they have.
I wish I was living in a blue state in Florida, because if I was the Attorney General, I'd fucking arrest her right now.
Oh my God.
I would just arrest her right now. She no longer has the protection of executive privilege, nor as the Attorney General of the United States. Now you're going to get arrested. Now we're going to arrest you for all your shit you did.
How long do you think it's going to take before?
Where did she lie? She was lying in DC when she did. Like, who has judicial authority? Because I think somebody should sue. Just like Jack Smith had the option to sue in, say, Florida or DC for the violations that Trump stole our classified documents and then was selling them to billionaires and trillionaires around the world because he's a fucking narcissist.
I think we should now fucking sue the
how long do you think?
Hey, Midas Touch, don't you have a ton of lawyers on your team? Like, isn't this the prime moment that you could work to your legal network? Or I bet the contrarians will move on this. I have nothing against the contrarians. Like, the contrarians fucking come out and they're like, hey, we're just going to sue you. Or like Mark Elias is on all of this shit. But like, Midas Touch, y'all, you got millions of fucking dollars. Now is the moment to stand behind the Epstein victims and drop a fucking hammer and go, hey, we're suing Pam Bondi because they violated a law that was approved by all but one fucking person in Congress. We can't get laws passed by unanimity by the U.S., but the U.S. Congress decided to unanimously pass the release of the Epstein Transparency Act, which this administration signed into law and then blatantly violates day by day.
How long y'all think it's going to take before they let Ghislaine Maxwell out? They're going to let her out.
End of the day?
No, they're going to kill her first. They're going to kill her.
Oh, you think?
Well,
okay.
She'll get out, but she won't walk away.
You think they're going to carry her out on a slab?
Long drop with a sudden stop.
It's like, oh man, she had the stout rope and the wobbly stool therapy.
Yeah, just like Epstein did.
So the only thing that still protects her, by the way, is executive privilege, because it stays the privilege is with the office of the presidency. So that stays there. Now, here's the problem. Post firing, if the current president decides to waive privilege for legal investigations, the AG cannot use it to refute or testify or withhold documents. Now, the client for her was the U.S. government, so she has no personal shield. So there is no personal shield in a federal grand jury or a state grand jury. Okay. Now, the internal process decision making, she's got privilege on with deliberative process privilege. Okay. But there is no such thing as, but she has no special legal protections for any criminal liability.
Nope.
So this is what you nail her on. Done.
Everything.
Yep.
Get her.
Now
It's
you go
time.
after her. Now you go after her. Period.
It's time because once the
And
dominoes
you know what? And
start
she will
falling,
flip faster than a pancake.
because she's all about herself. She doesn't care about anybody else in
She's
here.
going to
She
protect
wants
her.
to protect herself.
Yeah.
And it's not about Pam Bunny. I like Pam Bunny's an evil person. She's just on the list of evil people in this regime, and whoever's next is going to be just as evil, if not more evil than she was. So, like, she's just put there as a pawn because now they get to say, "Oh, but the woman did it. Oh, but the woman did it." See, a man has to come in and fix what happened, which is why Mark Wayne Mullen followed Kristi Noem. He's going to do the exact same shit, but he's going to sanitize it through a white man's lens. So people are going to buy it more easily because a white man's doing it. And they're going to be like, well, clearly a white man gets privilege to do this. So he's just.
Well, that's why I think they're going to go after Tulsi next, because when this Iran thing absolutely goes tits up, it already has. They're going to say, it's like, because he's already put it on
They'll put it on the DNI.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, good. Then she can testify why the fuck she was doing in fucking Georgia then.
Right?
Yeah.
And
I hope they do get fired because they lose privileges the second they lose their jobs. Your privileges are gone. Like that's the thing with our government is our government is a service position. You are serving the people, and when you are done serving, you are now citizen again. And done. Citizen has responsibilities and is under all the laws. There is no. Unless this president is going to pardon all of them, which second you leave the room, he's fucking forgot your name. He doesn't give a shit about you.
Pardons don't hold up because they haven't been convicted of anything.
Right.
You can't preemptively pardon somebody for a crime they haven't committed, technically, or for a crime they haven't been convicted of. So any pardons he issues would be are useless because the pardon power is only to alleviate clemency for somebody who has been convicted.
Also,
so
who the
her thought
fuck
of getting
cares what pardons are issued by a criminal president?
Bingo.
Like, who the fuck cares what pardons were issued? Yeah, invalidate all of them. Every single action that you have taken, we are undoing. That's how the next administration has to approach it. Is every single action that Trump has taken has to be undone, including all the pardons, because a criminal who is not following the Constitution, who has violated the Constitution since swearing the oath, because he didn't even swear the oath. In effect, he skipped that part. He violated the oath of office since day one, since second
kind of like when he said I do to Melania. Let's just skip over that part.
Yeah, let's just skip over that part.
I already signed the prenup. I don't need to say I do.
Yeah, like all of this can be undone easily. We can undo it. The pardons aren't valid because his presidency is invalid.
And
because he violated his oath of office from day one.
I think you got to impeach him first before he even gets to that point. Because if you impeach him, he has no ability to pardon anybody, and that includes his kids, anybody that worked under him, the vice president. Doesn't matter. There is no executive privilege anymore. It's done.
I think they all. Well, the thing is that the whole administration needs to be impeached, and I think that's where what happens in the next coming weeks is going to be really important. Months. Because I was talking with a friend, Angry Melvet, this morning, and we were talking about what would happen if, say, boots went on the ground in Iran. Mike Johnson openly admitted they'd lose like 40 seats in the House immediately. 50 seats in the House. My thought is if boots go on the ground and service members start dying in large numbers, it's not going to be 30, 40 seats. It's going to be 100 seats. It's going to be half of the Senate. It's going to be a super majority blue progressive wave, and not vote no matter who. Yeah, and it's not going to be vote blue no matter who. It's going to be a bunch of progressives are going to walk in and go, fuck this House and fix things, because the first thing will be done
guys,
is impeachment.
you know,
Yes,
the
we need
the
to
internal
impeach.
polling, the internal polling right now is looking anywhere like a kind of like an FDR flip at the House level. Could be between anywhere between 60 and 80 House seats.
I think it's going to be more by the end.
I hope it's more, but you're talking about it will be 100 years before the Republicans regain the House. You can't win that many seats back that quickly in time. This is one of these transitional, transformative moments in U.S. history, and it's just ironically it has to be on our 250th anniversary of our independent revolution, right? But like, I mean, how poetically justice is this? Like on the anniversary, like this is the shit that's happening, right? But I'm not even seeing this as a blue red issue anymore, guys. This is a class issue.
Oh,
this is a complete class issue. And I think people are starting to see it because they're driving through every town they go through, their hometowns, the cities next to them. What's the one thing you see on every fucking street corner that's not a bank? It's a gas station.
Yeah.
And that price is going up.
And that price is going up every single day.
Sometimes a couple times a day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy. I can do math, and
ain't nobody getting pay raises right now. People are losing jobs all over the place.
They made it super easy. I drive a fuel.
I don't get pay raises. I get screw you letters from evil empires.
There you go.
Yeah. I get pay raises when y'all become paid subscribers to me. So if you want to be a paid subscriber or founding subscriber, go right ahead. Like I
might have to open up the paid subscriptions if I don't get paid from insurance companies anytime soon.
Yeah, or if you want to buy water bottles in our merch, so you can just suck less.
I have a used bottle. If anybody would like to purchase one, it's slightly used. It has a little dent on the side, but
so just so
$21.
We do, just so y'all know, the Just Suck Less water bottles are TSA compliant. They're 32-ounce metal sippy cup water bottles that you can stand in front of those beautiful ICE agents who are walking around the airports and just follow them with a Just Suck Less water bottle and not so subtly remind them to just fucking suck less, because they're the worst fucking people in the world, because they are the brown shirts. They are the Gestapo. They are happy about it. They think it's fun, but go fuck themselves.
Well, you know what I hate to be this guy, but it's like, what I would say Iran is turning into is, it's turning
eagle jizz.
It's a bunch of eagle jizz. That's
jizz.
All it is.
It gets all over you. It's sticky. It's gross. It's white.
It's just eagle jizz. That's all it is.
Just eagle jizz. And get that into sand too. Mix that into the sand of
terrible.
The desert, and you're just fucked. That shit ain't going away ever.
It's terrible. It's and that's the thing. Again, I can do math. I got a fuel efficient car. It takes 12 gallons to fill up. Cool. And my gas has gone up in my area $1 a gallon. It's $12. Easy math. Every time I fill up, which has been 3 times now, that's $36 more than I would have had to spend before this crap.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd put this up just for memories. Bye-bye. See you later.
Oh, hold on. Let me add it to the screen.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There we go.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye-bye.
The pedo protector
Bye-bye.
has
Bye, Felicia.
exited the building. She's exited one building, and next, her new favorite color is going to remain orange.
She joins the
long,
illustrious line.
Do you think she's going to hide herself? She thinks she'll stay blonde?
Oh, no, God,
I think her eyebrows might get bigger. And
no, she's going to have to stay blonde. I mean, it's the Aryan aesthetic. So she has to absolutely
she'll have a spot on Fox News next week.
Oh, yeah. Or she'll,
she'll have her own show.
Oh, yeah.
Or like OAN or something.
I'm thinking Newsman.
Or he might promote her to press secretary.
Do you think she'll work alongside Matt Gaetz as a Newsmax reporter? Because they're both pedo protectors or pedos themselves. And so do you think they'll work together? Because they were both nominees for Attorney General. She just got the job. So why not do a show? Or even Michael Cohen. I hear he likes doing shows with people who are on the right nowadays.
Can you imagine if he nominates Michael Cohen to be the Deputy Attorney General?
That would be great. I would love that. I would love that.
Michael Cohen will go on Substack still and sit there and be like, but I'm doing it for both sides. I'm here to represent you.
There's this woman, Ellie Leonard, and she's I don't want to.
She's rude. She's rude to me.
Kate Justice is ruining my life too.
Yeah, they're
women,
mean to me because they're pointing out bad things that I did in the past, and I don't want to take accountability for them because I'm a weak penis of a man, and I look like a rotting ball sack right now. And Stephen Miller might become my new best friend, but I don't know if I should be standing next to a penis that comes out of the woodwork and just goes, I'm Stephen Miller, and then hides himself back in his hood. And I don't know if I can do that, but Laura Loomer's going to be my new co-host, and she's not all that bad, right? Fuck that lady.
I just want to take a minute, guys. Listen, Kate Justice, and Ellie have been putting out these amazing pieces. That if you haven't read Kate's stuff today, guys, Kate put out a piece on the Barr family.
Oh my God,
that is just the first. I couldn't get through the first 2 pages. I was like, it was so dense. Like I had to like stop and reread it. And there's also one of our followers in the chat. I don't think she's on right now, but it's Ashley Lauren. So she just did a whole piece out on the Zorro
you were on
Ranch.
with her or the other day?
Yeah, last week. Yeah, we did a show last week on her. And so she's been working on a Zorro Ranch piece that just has been
I read her stuff.
Mind-blowing.
She's awesome.
So those 3 women and all the other women that are in the signal groups and that are doing the research. And I mean, I just need to say to them, like, really, ladies, thank you so very much for everybody that has been participating either in the front line or behind the scenes, doing all the research, doing the publications, getting this information out. So from the Intelligent Masculinity Club, grazia.
Yes, seriously, thank you. I mean, you allow me to just be, a rabble-rousing essayist, and that's what it is. I mean, that's really my still part of toxic masculinity. Let the women do all the heavy lifting, and then I get to just rant and say thank you.
For 250 years, we've done for 10,000 years, we have pretty much screwed up the planet.
Pretty much.
I'm totally okay with women running the world for a while.
And like,
I'm cool with the matriarchy.
There's so many instances of women doing all this hard work. Like, one, thank you all. Thank you for the fucking incredible hard work. But there's so many instances of these women throughout history doing all of this incredibly hard work, and then men just coming in and saying, I did this, look, my name's on it, it's not her work, and steal it. Kate Justice put a note out the other day. Somebody was stealing her work. Somebody stole something and didn't give her credit for stuff.
Of course they did.
And I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. That's horse shit. Don't do that shit. Plagiarism is horse shit.
You heard it here. The men of the Diogenes Club and the intellectual males of Substack salute you and thank you very much for all you too, Ellie, and everybody else.
Ellie,
and for those names who we don't know that are doing the work, you are all included on this. So
I'm just here to add to your work. Like, I'm here to support you wherever I can. Like, if the work you're doing, I will promote it to my communities. That's why I want to talk to you. Like, we've got Kate Justice coming on next week for my Chronically Illing Out show to talk about her because she has a chronic illness. And I think it's important that we introduce her to that community. So if she needs support in a chronic illness community, there's one there. That's the spaces I want to create, is because these, Ellie Leonard is looking at shit that would fuck with anybody's head. Like, the trauma that she's introducing to herself willingly because of this at this point is beyond what normal people would be willing to do. Like, she's a superhero. Like, the trauma that these women are putting themselves through is incredible. We need to support them in that and be a place that they can be safe and tell what they're doing and not steal their fucking credit.
No,
I'm not doing Ellie's work. Ellie's the huge one and knows her shit. Kate is huge, knows what she's doing. You were talking about, Lauren knows what she's doing. We've got
Ashley's killing it right now.
Ashley,
Tara Palmieri knows
Tara's
the fuck
doing
what
an amazing
she's
job.
doing. Listen to these women. Just let them speak and tell what the information, and then just
So
share
even
it.
JoJo in Jersey and Tara Saltmeyer and all these really strong, powerful women who are really paving a way for us to get out of all this and to get justice for the survivors.
Following their
really
trail, they're leaving the path for all of us to follow, and they're leading by example.
Although
let's
I do need to
use
make
that
a plug.
example.
I am not being paid by the show, but I want to see Zev and Dean's 5-stack this afternoon, because Dean's gonna unload on Bondi today. That'll just be worth the funny. That's gonna be worth the humor in itself. Is just listening to the first 5 minutes of the 5-stack today.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Dean's just gonna be lit. He's gonna light her up like a Christmas tree.
I mean, honestly, the pieces are gonna be just absolute fire. And
watch your late night TVs tonight, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Watch the late night TV, because that the talk show like Kimmel and Fallon and Colbert are going to be all over it tonight. Daily Show tonight as well. It's just going to be like
clips, all the clips.
The red meat's out, the meat's hanging in the window. It's just the shawarma's out, guys.
That sound you're hearing is a bunch of writers' rooms that are scrapping opening monologues.
Oh my god! Can you imagine what the SNL? Can you imagine what the SNL cold open would be Saturday?
Oh, dude, it's gonna be epic. It is gonna be.
This is gonna be a good weekend.
They might even bring back. I mean, they might even bring in.
But how depressing is that? You got fired on Passover and Easter. Like, you literally just went the way of Jesus. You just got crucified.
I mean, they do like their religious parallels.
They do like,
they do like those religious parallels. They like to bring that shit in there.
You are aware that you were fired during Easter, correct? Well, I wasn't actually fired, but you were fired, correct?
So can you say she gave up her job for Lent this year? Is that what she's doing?
Lent's over.
Is it? I don't know.
Over.
I'm not Catholic, so I don't know about all that stuff.
It certainly wasn't Ramadan.
No.
Oh yeah, that's over too.
And I know she ain't Jewish, so Nick and I know she ain't Jewish, because you can't be that evil of a human being unless unless you're part of the right wing ultra Israeli Likud party.
Yeah, I mean, you can be Jewish and that evil. Like, we've got the smegmalomaniac of Stephen Miller, who is just I keep saying, it's like a hooded penis.
Can't go through a show without mentioning his
comes
name.
out.
Honestly,
you know what? I'm just gonna have to stop.
Fred, I even made RFK Jr.'s brainworm.
Nice. I'm gonna have to stop.
Is that Lego?
Right.
No,
there.
this is one of those little bead things that you iron together.
It does.
My
look
son
like
and I make them together. He's a little brainworm.
Remember the Star Trek episode remember the Star Trek episode that had the guys, like, the aliens were living inside the officers? Remember that one? That's kind of what I would think of, like, RFK Jr. if he ever explodes one day. That's what could come out of him.
Nice. I gotta stop you guys right there, though, because I mean, I have to recognize that it's actually my people, white folks, that have the unparalleled, undefeated claim to most evil race on the planet. Like, it's ours. So just deal with that. Okay. It's us. Okay. You got, I mean, you got some other ones that have done some bad stuff, but there's no topping us, bro. We've earned that horrible moniker. To be honest, we claim Pam,
I think
Bondi.
it's
we claim
Abrahamic
Pam. She's us.
faith that's done it.
Yeah, she's us.
And more so than just white. I think it's been a product of some of the Abrahamic faith systems, because if you look at the pantheon that Judaism came from, the God system God is actually the war god of the old pantheon and beat them. And
Yahweh,
won. And so our God is a God of war. So you wonder why we fucking fight a bunch of wars all the time and we kill things all the time. And we're so angry and aggressive about it in a lot of ways, is because our God is a God of war. Does anyone remember the story of Jericho, where the walls of Jericho came a tumbling down? That's a euphemism, or that's a metaphor for they went into the city and they destroyed it and they killed everyone. And the walls came a tumbling down because they fucking destroyed and massacred that city. They're war tribes. Like, we need to stop pretending our own history doesn't exist and admit that maybe it is the religion that is the problem. It's not the people.
Yeah.
It's not Jewish people. It's not Catholic people. It's not Christian people. It's not us that are inherently the problem. It's the structured system that is made to go to war. That is the problem. That is made to incite violence. That is the problem.
I'm
but this also
paraphrasing
comes-
here. You know, it's like it's like when we remember Zion, he who is righteous when he takes the little ones and dashes them against the stones. That's what you're talking about. It's that total war. You know, it's like
they want Armageddon. That's what they don't want to stop this war because in the end
they're going to get Armageddon.
Really
it's going to come in November, but they're going to get it. It's coming in November because they're getting it.
Yeah.
There's that old biblical saying too, you reap what you sow.
I don't know if it's the government that is the problem and not the religion. I would push back on that because one of the things that helped really topple the Roman Empire was the Christian faith. It splintered the Roman Empire, and then it took over Europe.
But why?
Why
at that point? Because the Roman Empire
it wasn't the government that did that. It was the religious fanatics that did that.
Right. But the Roman Empire had gotten so corrupt by that point.
Yeah.
Remember, the Senate was no longer serving the people. Okay.
Sounds a lot like what's going on here.
Right. Caesar was corrupt. Augustus was not serving the people. Right. And that's what happens when you forget to serve the people. The people are going to cut your balls off. They're going to wake up one day and cut your nuts off, and feed you to the lions. Now, we don't do that today. We don't do that today because we're much more civilized. We'll sit you in a box and put 12 people to sit in judgment against you.
I hear there's an island in the Caribbean that billionaires like to go to a lot. We could all just send them there and they could play the most dangerous game with each other. Like that could be their choice, whatever they do there, but we don't.
How about we just throw them? I got an idea. Let's take them all to that island. Let them play Squid Game.
Ooh.
For real.
Or just we'll like Jurassic Park it, and we'll put a big fence around the whole perimeter with everything facing inwards so that they just can't get out.
Just make sure it's got a Comcast router running everything.
You know what? I've got
a ubiquity router.
I've got a suggestion we can make, because they're all into the Curtis Yavin thing and the Dark Enlightenment and all this medieval stuff. I think we should go back a little older. I think that they should be able to, we should make them generals, and we should let them raise these private armies. And we say, hey, there's this island that's near the Strait of Hormuz called Karg Island. You guys set up there, and you guys try to invade Iran. And, we'll give you all the accolades, the Congressional Medals of Honor that you want. Just go over there. You be the first wave. Live your truth. Live your values. Let's go over there. And let's see how that works out for them.
Well, Nick, we've talked about this.
It's an island.
What is the one thing hey guys, literally, what's the one thing that wealthy people are more scared of than anything else?
Accountability.
No, losing their wealth.
Prison. Losing their wealth and going to prison. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That scares them more than anything on the planet. The specter of spending one day in a jail cell is so abhorrent to their way of thinking and their way of living, because their entire lives, they've never had to work a day in their life for anything that they've ever earned.
Yeah.
They're allergic to accountability in any way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, the side effect is accountability, but the primary effect is the privilege. So if you take privilege away, you take their privilege away, you watch how quickly they will be chirping on each other.
It's all within our grasp.
You put them in a sweat box in a holding cell for 48 hours under, they'll start talking.
You know what? Since we're talking
the thing
about
is, we can hold all these people accountable this way too. We can do it,
and we can do it today. We can do it right.
You know what?
Now.
Maybe
states could start fucking prosecuting people like right now.
Maybe we're thinking about this all wrong. Maybe we're looking at the wrong sort of empire. maybe we can get Karg Island is if we offer the Iranians like, hey, we screwed up. We would like to use Karg. No, we would like to use Karg Island like they used Elba for Napoleon. We'll put Trump and we'll exile him to Karg Island. We'll pay for it.
Or if they want Karg Island, there's a little island right next to it that doesn't have all the oil stuff on it. Like, it's just an island.
It has
right
an airstrip.
there.
We'll just tell him you can't
It's an
bomb
airstrip.
him. You can't bomb him, but we're gonna exile him there. We're gonna basically, that's gonna be his new home. That's Trump's. That's his Elba. We'll just put him there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and we'll
I'm sure the Iranians would be okay with that.
That's an interesting take because this country has never exiled anybody.
I think we should. I think we finally should do that. We exiled Benedict Arnold. He was because he was deemed a traitor.
Or was he just returned to England?
No, I think.
I think that's I would consider that an exile.
I think he fled.
I think he fled though. That wasn't like he was like the.
Well, we labeled him as a traitor, so he.
No, he would have been
was
hung,
by
like,
default.
He would have been hung.
He would have been hung if he came back. Like we didn't like officially exile him like France did with Napoleon.
He self-exiled. Yeah.
Oh, he self. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
but
not
like
we could forcefully exile. Like we could officially do it. I mean, we've got folks who would be. How are we defining exile? And my idea would be putting them on an island that
Gilligan's Island.
They are not allowed to leave. They're not allowed to leave. Which we've got drones. We could just fly a drone over a small island that they could just keep an eye on them.
Well, they did in the Hunger Games.
Maybe even Karg Island. We could let the Iranians keep them monitored.
We'll lease
for us.
it. Like we could lease parts of it and pay them for it as part of reparations or whatever. And it's like, look, he's right there. You guys
will even offer them Bibi Netanyahu
give him one
as
can
a
of gold
course.
paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll give him one
He
can of gold paint.
Yeah.
He can figure paint.
If Iran isn't going to take them, we put them back. We put them all on Epstein's island, and we use that. We know where it is. We have all this. There's plenty of easy access there, so you may as well just turn it into a prison camp for billionaires and never let them leave.
What was the movie? What was the movie with Stallone where he played a prison he was like a prison expert, but the prison wound up being a ship, and it was crap. What was the name of that movie? Schwarzenegger was also in it.
No, shoot, I don't remember that one. Not the Untouchables, right?
I thought you were going to say
no.
Like The Rock with Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery. Like that one, I know. Sean Connery. I miss him.
Oh, it was called Prison Break. It was called Escape Plan. 2013. So it was a secret prison known as the Tomb. So the plot was that Stallone was an expert at breaking out of prisons to test the security. And then he wound up getting trapped in a specialized facility designed the world's most dangerous criminals. And it was Jim Caviezel was the warden.
I missed all of this. I gotta see.
I missed this.
Wow.
Yeah, it's called Escape Plan. That was the world's most secret and secure prison. That's what I'm talking about. We need something like that. Like stick them out like they have in the Avengers, where it's a subterranean, below the water, supermax facility, and just lock these people up and just basically bury them in the ocean somewhere.
I mean, honestly, with Trump, it wouldn't be that hard. You just drop him off by himself in Indianapolis, and he probably, with no help, and then he probably couldn't.
You don't have to go that far. You could drop him off in Okeechobee, Florida. He'll still know. He won't know what to do.
Why not just put him on Donner's
25 miles west? He won't know what to do.
Just put him in Donner's Pass.
We'll find if it's in Florida, you'll find him laying on the side of a gravel road, sweating like a slug, just going, "I need a Diet Coke. Someone get me a Diet Coke.
Somebody give me I need a cheeseburger."
Yeah. It's like, why do you guys, we'll actually get, it's like, isn't this cruel and unusual? It's like, no, we know where he's at. He's right there.
Well, you could just reopen Alligator Alcatraz for him.
There we go.
And so, I mean, another solution is to actually use what the consequence of being a traitor is in this country, because at this point, we can easily people should be tried for treason. in this
Yes.
country for what they're
Oh
doing.
yes.
And
Oh,
there is a
God.
punishment
Can I sit on
for
that jury,
treason.
by the way? Can I be one of the jurors permanently?
Yeah, I don't
Can
know
be
if
a
I would be
permanent juror?
impartial in that jury. I don't think
I don't care.
anybody could really be impartial in
I don't
that
think
jury.
so.
But that's okay, because it's the will of the people which would matter. And we should be
So do we
trying
get
these
12
people for
angry men,
treason.
or do we just get 12 angry women to serve on the jury?
Ooh, I would give it to women, black women, minority women. Like,
12
Anyone.
angry women, just in general. Just 12 angry women.
as long as it's not all white women. Like,
No.
I don't want
No,
just white
have
women.
it a
No, it'd be
It
a
has
mix.
to have real
Have it
diversity.
mixed. Yep, but I'm okay with 12 angry women sitting in judgment against the former sexual rapist predator of the United States.
I think they should all be
Yeah.
Epstein survivors, to be honest. I think they should be the
Oh.
ones who
Ooh, I like
are
that
the
idea.
jury. Because they're
Your Honor,
the
we like to
only
skip-
ones.
we like to
They're
skip
the
the
only
hearing
ones I
component.
think who would be considered an appropriate jury for that type of action.
Jury of his
because
peers, ones that
jury
he's
of
raped and
the
sexually
peers
assaulted.
of their victim. I think it should be a
yeah,
jury
I
of
would
the peer of the
literally-
victim.
That would be that would be one I would
And you
I
televise
would
it.
want to go sit in the gallery for that one. I would
And
Oh
you
no, it has to be
televise it.
public. Has to be
Gotta be
public.
like I
Has
would
to be
want to go sit in
required
the
on
gallery.
every TV. Has to be visible. Has
Yep.
to be easily seen. Has to be broadcasted by every network. Doesn't have to
You can
always
even
be
get
the
it on your
only thing
rabbit ears.
showing, but
I love
it has to be it has to be available freely on YouTube or something as well, like everywhere. It would have to be.
I would demand it would be on terrestrial radio, like even then too, and then have somebody
Rumble.
with the North Atlantic voice is like, and Trump's falling asleep yet again. He's drooling on the table.
Can we
as the
get George
prosecutor-
Get a
Orwell?
baseball play-by-play
and-
guy, right? Get like a
No,
hockey,
no,
get,
no, no,
get like a hockey play-by-play guy to do it.
no. I
And
want
he's
the War
almost
of the
get back in the
Worlds.
corner again.
Oh, Trump's defense.
And the
Todd
judge
Blanche
calls
looking
a
at him with
foul.
he's trying to cover up a face. It looks like he's made a dookie in his pants, and Todd he's trying to cover it up. It's like, oh, Todd, this is gonna be bad.
President Shitbrick has done it again.
Somebody from the behind the gallery.
Clear
they've
the
just gotten
courtroom.
up, ladies and gentlemen.
Through the courtroom,
They've
the
just
president shit his pants again.
Get an auctioneer to do it.
God,
They've
I
just gotten
I
up. They're
almost
moving
want-
away.
Honestly, I would almost want the jury to come back, and I want to just on his face, as much as it's detestable and deplorable, to just watch him hear that jury read back a guilty of treason and insurrection, and just literally have him stand there and look like this.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to get a golf announcer for that. It's like, that's the face of accountability we're seeing right now, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen.
my God! Have a golf announcer do the whole thing.
It's hitting him. It's hitting him right now. You can see his face is getting flushed. The heart palpitations are picking up. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what accountability looks
The
like.
crowd
yeah.
is now silent. The crowd is now silent. The jury.
They
is
they got to
returning.
whisper.
The jury is returning to their seats, and the judge is asking the lead juror to stand up now. Everybody quiet. We are on the green. This is the 18th hole. We are 7 under par at the moment, looking to catch up to the lead of 9 under par.
Not
Can
7 under
he
par.
do this?
We're 7 cabinet members convicted, looking for 8.
Can we do this? Can we hit the final hit? We are 1 shot away from winning this cup. Treason is on the line.
The bailiff is entering the gallery. He's telling Frederick Pogue, Substacker and Rabble Rouser, he has to sit down and stop flipping off President Trump. But he
has warned Nick Perry
defense
that
counsel is
he
approaching
needs-
the bench. The defense
that he
counsel
is not allowed to throw used depends at the accused. That is disgusting. We know he smells bad already, but the rest of us don't need to smell it more. We are not allowing boxes of cat poop to be entered into evidence and sent to the defendant's table. We understand he smells like shit.
It looks like Supreme Court Justice Conchina Brown Jackson. I'm sorry, I butchered her name, I know, is telling the gallery they cannot be cracking beers or alcoholic beverages in celebration as after the jury has read the verdict.
and then, ladies and gentlemen, we're not seeing this as a good read. It looks like the putt is being it looks like this is being misread already. There is a black Sharpie presented to the jury foreman. Jury foreman has asked for a black Sharpie.
The name has been redacted. However, oh look, we have one guest. We have one surprise guest coming up. It looks like Representative, no, it looks like Representative Jasmine Crockett is walking into the room right now. She's taking over as the lead attorney for the people. And it looks like she is about to make a statement. Give this 1 second.
This is going to be the most fire statement ever.
This will be the most bad butch body statement fucking in history. She is going to alliterate the shit out of this, and we are going to see the most intense self-shitting you have ever witnessed. Watch. Wait for his face. You'll see the moment as he goes, and that'll be it. And then his depends will fill, and Jasmine Crockett will rule the day.
Dude,
we've gone off. We have gone
way off,
really
gone off the rails.
Way off. But
Fred,
y'all, we've also kept.
Nick, this has been great, guys. I have to get going. I got clinic, so let me.
He's got work to do.
Here.
All right,
really,
you guys can find me right here, Substack, Dr. Lou Love.
Hey, look at that.
Media with
QR
my
code
publication.
too.
There
you guys rock. Thanks everybody for hanging out, and Fred, it was great hanging out with you today. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
thanks,
Nick,
Eric.
as always, my brother. Just remember, everybody, I will be out next week. I will be in Charlotte at a conference. Say hi to my office manager, taking out my garbage. Everybody say hi to Michelle.
Hey,
you're famous. So, anyway, guys, it was great. Nick, we'll talk to you during the week. Fred, everybody have a very safe and happy Easter weekend. Be safe. Be with family. Be with people you love, and peace.
Thanks, Eric.
Later on, brother.
You, brother. All right, Fred, how about you, man? Look at that good, handsome looking dude in that picture. It was a good shot.
Yeah. You could find me on Substack under, not the late puke. That's just the title I had for today. The Mrs. from Middle-Aged Man, Frederick Pogue on Substack. Oh, and I'll be back again on one of these shows. My man Nick Carroll doing it. Oh man, this is fun. I'm glad I was able to jump on today.
It's got Wizard Council vibes coming back. We'll have to have you back again. Walter has a poem for you. We did poetry the week that you were supposed to be with us. We all wrote poems.
Oh wow, okay.
Walter wrote one for you, and we're still waiting on it. But he wasn't able to make it today because he's doing congressional interviews. Because he does that. Because he's fucking awesome. Everybody should support Walter Ryan.
Walter's going nuts, man. I love it. You guys are killing it. You guys are like, I'm like, man, you guys are going nuts. I love it.
Welcome back, brother. Well, welcome back to the fray, brother.
It's good to be back.
And so everyone come support Fred too. Like support the shit out of my boy Fred. He's such a good dude. And it's been so much fun to have you back. And then finally, come support me here at Sick of the Shit Publications. Come jump in with us. Come become a paid or free subscriber. Snag that QR code. Hit the subscribe if you're with us on Substack. In the upper left corner of your screen, smash the heart one last time. And as we always say, actually, what we like to say here, a little bit different than we like to say other places, is just suck less. With Sick of This Shit Publications. Get that eagle jizz off you and just suck less. Wash that eagle jizz away by just sucking less with a 32-ounce metal water bottle available at Publications, TSA compliant, so you can bring it to the airport and check it in. And you can walk by those ICE agents and not so subtly remind them to fucking just suck less, because they're the worst people in the world. Worst people in the world. People who willingly take money to hurt other people for fun are the worst kind of human beings in the world. And they should be reminded that they need to just suck less. So come join Sick of This Shit Publications. Thanks, y'all. This is the Diogenes Club. This has been a great fun conversation as always. We'll see you next week. Thanks, dude. Thanks for joining me, Fred.
Hey, thank you, man.
You.
Later on,
and
brother.
Thanks everyone in the audience.